love with a hero. I'm in love with the one who will.
Hello, comic book fans of the world. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. First up for my comic load is Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and the Human Torch, issue number 5. Torch and the Thing are in an alternate universe, still trying to find the missing Fantastic Four, or Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman and their kids. In this alternate dimension, Dr. Doom has become the world devourer, and it's been revealed that the Thing and the Human Torch are both losing their powers because they're not with the other Fantastic Four members. Apparently, they really are Marvel's first family, and they really do need each other to exist. But the big battle and looming threat of Dr. Doom is coming very soon because the Dr. Doom of this universe, being that he is Galactus, has already destroyed or eaten all of the planets in their universe. So Earth is next. Next up is Spider-Man issue number 239, The Sinister Six versus the Champions. Well, not exactly, but kind of sorta that's what's happening. This is taking place in Latveria, with instead of Dr. Doom being there, it's Lucius von Barda. Apparently she's leading the charge from the Latverian forces, which I had no idea she even existed until just now. This series is coming to a close, which I'm sad about because I love Miles Morales as Spider-Man, but I'm hoping that a new series is going to spawn from this. He deserves it, and he is an incredible superhero, so who knows what's going to be coming out of Marvel from this. Batman issue number 44. Both Batman and Catwoman are preparing for their wedding, and we're getting some background story as to some of their past encounters, some of which is canon from some of the pre-crisis stuff, post-crisis stuff, and also having to do with Rebirth. We get a look at what Catwoman's wedding dress is going to look like, which I have to say is pretty darn awesome. Superman issue number 44, Bizarro-verse Part 3. This is an interesting story. We get the Super Friends of the Bizarro-verse taking on the Legion of Doom from the Bizarro-verse. And Bizarro Superman himself is causing some issues, at the same time showing his love and affection for his Bizarro son, Superboy. It is a good read, and anything having to do with Bizarro, I'm a huge fan. Although it doesn't really add anything into what's going on into the DC universe or with what's happening with Superman, but still, it is something that I think that you would enjoy. Finally, I read Thanos, The Infinity Siblings. This whole story is a topsy-turvy, timey-wimey kind of story having to do with Thanos and his brother Starfox. It was written by Jim Starlin, who I think is probably the definitive writer for Thanos. I had to go back and reread it a couple times because some of the stories told out of loop where it's happening in the past or in the future, and some in the very distant future too, so a lot of it is a bit confusing, but still it is a great read. It does clearly define that Starfox is somewhat of a sociopath. Even though he's been portrayed as a hero in the past, he's much more in it just for himself. And you know Thanos, he's just Thanos. It's a very long read too. It's roughly around 100 pages long, and it's leading into the next storyline, which is going to be called Thanos the Infinity Conflict. Marvel Comics is really playing into the whole Infinity aspect, being that the movie is coming out very soon. That's my comic load for this week. Being that that issue was that long, I had to cut out some of the other titles I would usually be reading, but still, I think that one was worth it. What did you guys read? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for watching me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, and I'll stay, and I'll see you guys later.
He's a prominent figure.
There's a point where Starfox is in bed with a bunch of other aliens. Most of them look like they're females. One of them, however, does look like a male. In the past, they've made it very clear that Starfox is a pansexual, and he doesn't really care about sexuality with other characters, other type of genders, or whatever it is. So I'm glad that they did put that in there.